story until now about financial growth. Probably you have some health challenges. You have been praying about it as well. You are here for a reason. So I usually love to say, people, you have 2 ears for a reason. You are here to listen for yourself, but also you're surrounded by other ladies, other women who could be struggling as well. You could be very okay. But if there are people around you struggling, it's not by chance. You are there to be a message of hope, to be someone who can help, lend a hand to someone else and help transform their lives. So thank you so much, Veronica. And I'm going right ahead because we have so much to share and so little time. So my name's Elizabeth Riwa Salema, and I'm so grateful to be partnering with this business. Let me tell you a little bit of my story. I'll be talking a little bit more about health today, but I thank God I chose this opportunity. Veronica has shared how amazing this opportunity can be. And as you continue learning, listening, you will hear amazing stories, and some of them could seem too good to be true. I remember sitting there as a third-year medical student in my university. It was just a restaurant, like a cafeteria, we call it. And someone came and introduced me to this opportunity. I'd heard about it before, as I'm sure you have heard about it forever before. But then at that moment, I was in prayer. I was dreaming of a business I could do because I was tired of having to ask my sister, my mom of money when I needed money. I know some of you ladies here, you are too used to asking for money from people. Now you need to put your foot on the ground and say, enough is enough. I have 2 hands, 2 legs. I have a mind that works. Let me find an opportunity that I can use to transform my life and the lives of people around me. So I started my business as a part-time third-year medical student because I knew that I could use it to create the freedom that I wanted. And that has been my passion right now, because as a doctor, I knew no matter how hard I worked, my income would always be tied to my time. And as a lady, as a woman, you don't want your income to be tied to your time, because there are so many other important things you want to be doing. You want to be there for your family, for your children. So I knew I don't want to be that doctor who is stuck at the hospital, who is working too many hours and too little money to show for it. So I started this business part-time, but then eventually I went full-time. Right now, I'm doing it with my amazing husband, Ino Salema. I'm so grateful to God. But it has given me more than the financial goals that I came for, more than the things that I was looking for. It has given me health. It has given me one of the most priceless things in our lives. If I ask you today, between health and money, what is the most important thing? Most of the time you'll say health is the most important thing. But ask yourself, since morning until now, how many hours did you spend looking for health? How many hours did you use looking for money? We say health is important, but we spend too little time, too little money looking and building that health in our bodies. Now, we are in a business where you can be able to get both at the same time. And I'm speaking as someone who has gone through that. I'll share with you my journey. But also, being a medical doctor, I've realized that what we have to offer is amazing and is what the world is needing right now. And you'll see a little bit more about that. So I help people building a business, and I also help people enjoy better wellness. And today in this talk, we're going to we're going to talk specifically about women health and how we can be able to have better health as ladies and as people in the society who are, I can say, transformative for the whole society. Now, when you speak of health, we are created to think like, I'll go to the hospital and they'll treat me, whatever is the problem in my body. When I get sick, I'll just go to the hospital. But we know normal medicine, you know, you can go to a gynecologist, you can go to a gastrointestinal doctor. They are specified based on where your body is, what body part is involved. But diseases, they don't look at your body like that. They look at your body as a system. They don't specify it based on different areas. Now, when you have a problem in your reproductive health, nobody's going to look at your gut health and tell you you need to change something about your gut health. Now, when you speak of functional medicine, this is what we are focusing on. We are not going to be doctors. And even you partnering with this business, it's not for you to be a doctor. It's not for you to be solving people's problems. It's for you to look at your body as causative issues that cause diseases and the things that build health. And you're going to be helping people to build health and reduce the things that cause or fuel diseases. And this I've seen in my own journey. It has been very transformative. But for us as ladies, I always love to say this. We have to be active to put our oxygen mask before we assist others. We usually forget ourselves because we have so much on our plate. We take care of our kids, our husbands, our families, our parents, but then you forget about yourself. You forget about the symptoms that you could be having. You ignore them, and then you go about your life just struggling to make money and not remembering your health. So I used to be like that. I had PCOS, diagnosed with it when I was in my third year medical school, but then I knew in medicine there was no cure for that. And there is so many issues right now that there's no cure in traditional medicine. I was overweight as well after my babies, because now you're looking at me there. I'm a mom of 3, and that is already a testimony of how nutrition can be able to transform someone's health. But I was also overweight, and I was able to transform that. My skin had so many issues. So you could be sitting here, you have any of those issues, you are in the right place, because again, we are here to help you build your health. We are here to help you build other people's health as well. As ladies, we need to put our health as priority, because without good health, no financial goals you can be able to achieve. You need a healthy body so that you can work hard, so that you can be your best. You can be all that God created you to be. But we live in a world that is stuck with non-communicable diseases. I was reading today, and actually over 43 million people a year die because of non-communicable diseases. Most of them before they're even 70. And at that age, we call it premature death, before your time. We don't want you to go before your time. We don't want any of us to go before their time. Now, these diseases are a big risk factor for us, for every member of our society. Imagine per second, more than one person dies every second. I don't know how many minutes we have used here. Imagine times that in seconds, and that number of people have already died because of non-communicable diseases. Now, all these things, they're not happening by chance. These things, they were not like this 20 years ago. It was not like this 30 years ago. So we are living in a world that is so clogged with 2 major issues that are causing these diseases. One of them we call nutrition, and the other one is toxicity. So the nutrition part, we are usually not eating the way we are supposed to eat, the way we are intended to eat in our bodies. We have what we call hidden hunger. We eat too much of the macronutrients, too little of the micronutrients. When you speak of hormonal imbalances, your body's inability to remove inflammation, or it's so easy for you to get inflammation. It's because you're lacking micronutrients. It's never an issue with macronutrients. And for us, what we call that is hidden hunger. Now, you could be so full, like right now, you have eaten your dinner already. You're so full, but your cells are starving because they don't have the vitamins that it takes to build a healthy system, to build a healthy balance in your hormones. That's why you will not sleep well this night. Probably you will be up. You will not be able to sleep as a lady. You will wake up tired. And so many other issues will happen. Why? You are lacking the micronutrients that we are supposed to be getting, because we live in a world that it's no longer from plant to table. I remember probably you have grown in an age where you grew your own plants, you grew your own fruits and vegetables. But right now, you can't afford to do that. So with that comes so many issues when it comes to our nutrition. That is why supplementing is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Speaking of the toxins, we are so clogged around, especially as ladies. I tell you, what is the thing you're using to apply on your body? On your skin, on your face? What is the lotion that you use? What is the bath soap, the soaps that you use to wash your clothes? All of those are sources of toxins that we are so bombarded with every single day. We cannot run away from them. Now, imagine your body has a natural capacity to take them away. But if you exceed that capacity, there will be excess. And the excess will be stored in different places around your system. One of them is your fat cells. That is why it's so easy to gain weight and so hard to lose it, because then your body is thinking, how can I let go of this fat? It's holding so many toxins, and you don't want to just let them go in the system. That is why it's very important to help your body detox and cleanse and eliminate those toxins. You could be listening to me here and you don't even pass stool every day. Imagine, that is one way of your body getting rid of these toxins, getting rid of all these bad chemicals that you are putting in every day, and you don't pass stool. Imagine all of that build up, toxicity, and then you feel tired, you feel a little bit weak. The first thing you grab is a drug. That again slows down your process and adds even more toxins in your system. Now, we need to know how our body works so that we can know how we can support it better. Now, we don't need any other drug as much as we need to give our body the right things and remove the bad things. Because if we don't, then we start to fall into these issues. The first being obesity. And this is something that I can say for African women is so common for so many people. And the reason we talk about it is because it is linked to every bad disease that you're afraid of. All the non-communicable diseases that we saw there, they are linked to obesity. So if you just control this one factor, you can be able to reduce your risk of so many other issues. But also when you speak of women health, we must speak about specific women issues. As a lady, probably it is for you, or your daughter could be going through all these things. It could be the painful period, PMS. We have people who are very unhealthy around that time in the month. We have people who have recurrent UTIs. It's like you're so used to it. Every now and then you just take antibiotic after antibiotic. And that is not healthy for your body because you are destroying the good bacteria in your gut by doing that. We have sexual health issues. We have people who are saying, I don't feel anything. I don't enjoy the whole process. I'm too dry. I don't feel any pleasure, or I get pain during intercourse. Now, this could be associated with any situation or some drugs or just because of your hormones. And we have solutions that could help you enjoy your life despite all that. Hormonal imbalances. This is something that is so common in the world right now. And I can say, even for you who is saying, okay, I went to do a test and they said my hormones are normal. You could have a normal blood test for your hormones, but then they are not normal. The very important thing to look at is, how are my symptoms talking to me? Because sometimes your hormones could be around a normal range, but not optimal functioning. So then again, it could cause so many issues that are around hormonal imbalances. Now, these are some of the causes of hormonal imbalances. Why you say it's very common? Because it's like every other person is stressed right now. So stress will give you hormonal imbalances. Poor diet, nutritional deficiencies. We eat too much sugar. We say, I'm feeling bad. I eat a lot of sugars. And then we don't sleep well. Your gut health is imbalanced. All these issues are causing hormonal imbalance. If you are over 40, over 35 actually, you could be already starting to face perimenopausal symptoms. That one of the main things they come with is hormonal imbalance. Now, this is something that we shouldn't ignore, even though it comes with very simple symptoms that are easy to ignore, easy to go on with your life, with a simple headache that just keeps coming back, with mood swings. You are sweating a lot at night, your libido is very low. You say, I don't even mind about those things. But you don't know that there's an underlying issue about my hormones that I need to fix. Now, if you don't fix hormonal imbalance issues, what happens? There is a very high risk of breast cancer that is associated with your hormones, even more than you having a mother or a sibling who had breast cancer. Your risk is 97% if you have hormonal imbalance. Imagine, this is why so many ladies have struggled or are still struggling with this issue of breast cancer. Now, one thing we can at least reduce your risk is controlling this one thing that you can control, which is your hormones, and making sure that you're running away from the hormonal imbalances. Now, I had what we call PCOS. Now, if you have never heard about it, this is something that is so common in women. Actually, just today, as I was driving back home, a lady called me and told me, I'm actually struggling with PCOS, and I've been struggling for a long time. Most people who have PCOS, they don't even know they have it. 50% of women who have it, they don't even know. It's one thing that affects 1 in 10 women, and it's one of the leading causes of infertility. So I was diagnosed with PCOS around when I was in 3rd year medical school, because I used to get very irregular periods. I used to sometimes overbleed for 3 continuous weeks without stopping. And then sometimes I get nothing for 4 months, 3 months. If you have ever faced irregular periods, you can write irregular in the chat there, so that other people will realize that probably it's not just them who are facing irregular periods. This is something that is so common for someone with PCOS, but you could have irregular periods and not have PCOS. Something that is unique to PCOS is that you don't produce eggs. You don't ovulate every month. And this is the main problem. That is why it's so hard to conceive when you have this problem. And that was my issue. I stayed in my marriage for 4 years without conceiving even once. But I thank God I was in forever. I thank God I knew these products. And now my story has transformed. I'll tell you what I used. But another very common issue for women is fibroids. We saw a story about Lupita shared just around this. It was actually 8th of March. She shared a basket of 71 fruits. That was a picture of her 71 fibroids that she had. Imagine one lady holding over 71 small, big, a mixture of different sizes of cysts and tumors in their uterus. This is not something that is light. It's something that is so severe and it's affecting so many ladies. You know, you could be sitting here, probably you have had a fibroid in your life, you have had one removed, or probably you know someone who have had that. But the thing about these things is, if you don't go to the root cause, they'll keep coming back. Because there is a reason they came. And if you don't fix that reason, they'll keep coming back over and over again. But I tell you, I once had a fibroid, but I never got it removed. Why? Because I used the supplement. And by using the supplement, it disappeared on its own. So I thank God so much for that, because I know your body has that natural ability to heal itself. With the right supplements, with the right nutrition, you can be able to transform all these things that I'm showing you. We also have PID for women that causes pain and bad discharge, bad smelling discharge, and things like that. Perimenopausal issues, I've just spoken about them. You are around 40 years of age and you don't understand your body, the way that you're feeling, you are tired, you're forgetful all the time, your hormones are all over the place. You need to supplement with the right hormones to be able to still enjoy your life as a lady, to do everything you want to do in that period as well. So I just said this before, that your body has that natural ability, God-given ability to heal itself. But then it needs the right tools. It's like you would need the right tools to open a door. You need the right tools to heal your body. Now, most of the time, we don't give our bodies the right tools. We don't eat to heal diseases. We eat to be full. We eat to get energy. We eat to function. We eat to move around. But we forget about what our bodies need every single day. But here we are, because we have solutions for that. We are fed with a food industry that pays no attention to health. What does that mean? It means everything that you are eating could even be causing you diseases, could even be digging for you a bigger hole. You know, someone said we are digging our graves with our forks, with our teeth, actually, he said. What does that mean? What you are eating could be causing you the diseases that you are even afraid of, could be causing you the diseases that are going to take you to your grave. Now, that is why we need to be careful and choosy about what it is we allow to get it in our systems. But also we need to understand that we need to be healed by nutrition. But the health industry doesn't know that. That is why you shouldn't just wait for your doctor to have all the answers. Ask yourself, in nutrition, how am I helping my body heal, even on top of what the doctor is giving me? Now, with Forever, we are able to have access to incredible products that are designed to help your body heal, to help your body get rid of the bad chemicals, the bad things that are coming in every day. And I'll tell you something about our company, because we grow everything ourselves. We grow the aloe, which we sell. We don't buy it for anybody else, because we want to make sure that nothing impure goes to that ground. Only natural ingredients go there. You see, this is Dominican Republic. We have over 5,000 acres of aloe growing there, and 2,500 more in Texas. And all of this is naturally grown. This aloe field that you're looking at is certified organic. And it's so rare in this world right now to have something that is organic all round in the way that it is processed. We don't just cut any piece of aloe. We only take the mature parts of the aloe. And then quickly, within 40 minutes, it goes to this plantation, to this processing plant that you're looking at there, where we fillet the aloe and only use the inner gel. This is something so unique, because most companies will use everything. That's why you'll get a green aloe vera drink. But no, we only use the inner gel, which is the most nutritious, the most concentrated part of aloe, giving you the best benefits for your health and for your nutrition. So when it comes to our product, and more that you will see here just in a bit, one thing we are so proud of is the quality. And I'm so grateful for this because I don't want you to just know that, okay, these are just a business that I'll be a part of. I'll just use the products. One thing I told myself when I was shown this business is even if I want to use this to make money, I will use it for my health. I will use it for my family's health because I saw how very intentional they are when it comes to quality. And having visited the companies and the background of how they make all these products, I tell you, anything less than the best doesn't do in forever. We don't take it, we don't use it, we throw it back. And other companies, sometimes they take them and they use them for their products, but not in our company. And this is something to give you pride that when you partner with this business, you know you have an incredible quality of our products. But also, we are not selling drugs. These are not drugs. They're not meant to cure. They're not meant to treat. But remember, when you give your body the right nutrients, it can heal itself. And the right nutrients start from the drinks that you put, the aloe vera drinks that you can put inside your body. The very first one I'm going to tell you about is the yellow bottle, the aloe vera gel. This is a magical product. And because it starts working on your gut, you know, as ladies, we look so good here. I'm looking at your videos, you're shining, and we have a way to look amazing no matter what. But do we have mirrors that are looking inside? Imagine for someone who is not passing stool every day, your insides could be looking like this. Imagine what is that building up in there. And you won't be surprised when you hear in Southern Africa, we have the biggest number of what we call colon cancers. Why? Because we tolerate a lot these gut imbalances. We tolerate a lot not passing stool, and we eat too much protein and too little fiber, too little vegetables. And that is why not passing stool is a very common problem to so many people. Now, when you start the habit of taking aloe vera gel, it will help you with your gut health. It will cleanse your gut, helping you pass stool every day. And actually, today, let me tell you just a very funny and strange story. I was in the washroom sometime this morning and I was passing stool and I was feeling like it's amazing how easy it is to go for the number 2. And I know so many people that is the complete opposite. When they have to go for the number 2, it's a struggle because it doesn't pass smoothly. Now, don't tolerate that, my lady. That is a sign that there is a problem and you need to fix it so that you don't open up to so many other issues. But the aloe vera gel, it will also energize you because it is loaded with nutrition. It helps you eliminate so many toxins that we put in our bodies, even those we apply on our skin and they go in our bloodstream. It will build up your immunity. We have people who are getting sick all the time. Start using this aloe vera gel. It will build up that immune system, but at the same time, it will give you an amazing glow on your skin. We want skin health, but again, skin health starts from your gut. There is an amazing gut-skin connection. There is even an amazing gut-brain connection. I have someone who was telling me this evening that I don't pass stool often. And because of that, I have so many gas issues. Because of that, sometimes my brain is like, I cannot concentrate. I cannot focus on anything. It's like I've been confused. Why? Because you need to fix your gut. So don't ignore fixing your gut health. And one thing that is very important to go along with aloe vera gel is probiotics. Especially for women, we need probiotics because if you have been using a lot of antibiotic, your bacteria are dead. You need to replenish them with a good probiotic. These are the good bacteria that you need to build up in your system to build a strong immunity. We have ladies who complain, you get itchiness all around in your vaginal area. Use this. You have so much, you get UTI all the time, infections all the time, use probiotic. That thing will disappear. You have inflammation on your skin or general body, you need probiotics. So one of the core supplements that you should not miss. Berry nectar is another powerful drink that, again, it's very specific for someone who also has recurrent UTIs. You'll get so many benefits from drinking this because it has cranberries. And cranberries have the benefit of making your body not able to hold the bacteria and cause an infection in your urinary tract. So it's very important for urinary health, but again, for your skin, for your inflammation, to remove inflammation from your system. And when you speak of inflammation, you speak of all these tumors that could happen different places in your ovaries, in your uterine wall, and so many other areas of your body. But we also have a very vital supplement for women. We call it Vitalize for Women. Again, as a lady, this is something that is designed for you. So if you want one quick supplement that you can take to give you the important vitamins, the important minerals, this is it. We vouch for it. When it comes to perimenopausal symptoms, this is it. You'll forget about those symptoms if you get into the habit of using this. We have people who have painful periods. If you have hormonal imbalances as well, this is a product that we will love, even for sleep, because it has enough magnesium to help your body relax and even handle stress better. So get your Vitalize for Women and start using it. We have so many testimonies of ladies who have used it and have amazing results. Maca, again, very important for sexual health. So for hormones balancing, your sexual health, the people who complain, I'm too dry, I have menopausal symptoms, I don't have energy, I get tired all the time. Even for your mood balances, you need this multi-marker. So this is one core supplement when it comes to reproductive health, together with the royal jelly as well. Royal jelly is food for the queen bee. And I know we are all queens in here. We want the best for ourselves. You want anti-aging benefits. You don't want to age faster than your age. If your age is 60, you don't have to look 60. You actually could look even 20 years younger if you give your body what it needs and the things that will boost anti-aging benefit. So Royal Jelly is one of those as well. Now together, these supplements, the Vitalize for Women, Maca and Royal Jelly, we call them Vitality Supplements for Women. Very good for fertility, very good for any issues like you're seeing them there, from PMS to menopausal symptoms and everything in between. So when it comes to women, these are the three that you must gift yourself. And for someone who is also in the menopausal period, proteins are important to add. And also we'll talk about the omega-3s that are also very, very important to add. But before you go there, we must talk about joint health. We have so many ladies who face these issues. Some say, just after I had my babies, my back has been aching me almost all the time. Now, that is not an issue with your babies. Just ask yourself, that baby came in with no bones, but then he's getting out fully formed with so many bones. All that calcium needed to build those bones came from you. If you didn't take that in your diet, it means it came from your bones. So that's why you could have weak bones, painful teeth, or whatever, because you lack calcium. You need to supplement on that calcium. And also sometimes as we age or as our activity levels increases, we could get joint pain. And these are the supplements that are very vital when it comes to joint health. So you could be thinking about yourself. It could be someone that you know who tells you all the time, my back is aching, or my knees are hurting all the time. You need to give them these products because these are powerful supplements for joint health. They'll forget about that pain. It will help them increase the flexibility and the fluidity of joints, something that in medicine there's no cure for. You'll just be getting painkillers over painkillers over painkillers. But if you give your body the right supplements, you can be able to remove those issues and heal your body from the inside out. Then we come to my favorite, marine collagen. This is an amazing, amazing product. I know you have seen it a lot, and sometimes you think, oh, probably it's not that important. But today I want to tell you how amazingly important this supplement is as part of your lifestyle. Not just once, not just so that you can get an amazing skin. Yes, it's amazing for your skin. It rejuvenates your skin. It supports healthy, firm, youthful looking skin, hair, and nails. But again, that's not only where it works. Now, this doctor made this article about why we need collagen. And what is collagen anyway? So collagen is the most abundant protein. Over 30% of your body's protein is made of collagen. But as we age, it keeps going down and down and down. And we need it so that we can have healthy skin, healthy bones, healthy arteries, blood vessels. Organs, it's the lining of your organs, it's the lining of your intestines. Sometimes you have a bad gut health just because you're lacking collagen. So everything, it's the glue that holds your body together. If you're lacking in that glue, everything will start to fall apart because from age 20, we start losing it. Dramatically losing it. If you're 50, 25 of it is gone. 75, 50% of it is gone. Now, signs that your skin is lacking or your body is lacking collagen, it could be on your skin, it could be in your hair and nails, in your bones, in your joints, and all those issues. That is why the benefits are so much more than skin. Yes, you could be using it for the skin, but I tell you, your body will thank you. 10 years from now, when you're feeling youthful, when you're feeling vibrant, your joints are on point, It's because you are in a habit of using collagen. And I'll tell you one thing. I know a lady who is 60 years old, and she celebrated her 60th birthday, and everybody was in awe of her because of how youthful she looked. She looked like she's 38 or probably maximum 40. And I know her daughter, she told me one thing that I saw ever since I can remember, one thing that I saw my mom do was take collagen every day. Now, my lady, what kind of future do you want to see for yourself? That is the habit of taking collagen must be part of your non-negotiables. Not just because you want a glowing skin, but because you want to age beautifully. You want to age richly so that when you are old, you are not struggling to tell people what age you are. People will be like surprised that you are actually that old. So that is something that you are building it every day by the habits that you're building. These are some of the results that people have gotten using our Forever Marine collagen. And I can tell you there is so many of them where these are coming from. So this gives me confidence, and it should give you confidence also to partner with this business, because you're not just in a place that sells things that have no value. No, people are getting transformed with these products. We saw Veronica's story on C9, this transformative product. Every day we get new testimonies about C9 and how it is helping people get fit, transform their weight, and look good. It's not just about being healthier as well. It's about looking good. You will fit nicer in that dress that you want to fit in. That is me. And I'm so grateful I started this journey, because now I look at myself as a mom of 3 and I say, Eliza, I'm proud of you for doing that, because it doesn't come easy. But again, with our products, we have a sure way to support you to be able to make that kind of transformation. This is Zawadi. Just look at how transformative that has been for her. And I can tell you, there is so many diseases she has written off just because of that transformation. So my lady, you can be able to transform your health today. I don't know what it is that you are struggling with right now, but just know we cover you all around. When you speak of cardiovascular health, we cannot speak of women health and not talk about cardiovascular health, because it's actually causing more death even than cancers. You could be more afraid of breast cancers, but this is causing 10 times deaths than breast cancer. 1 in 3 women die each year because of cardiovascular disease and stroke, and 1 in 30 women die of breast cancer. So you should be more afraid about your cardiovascular health, about what are you doing to take care of your cardiovascular health. And I thank God in our business, we have the right products to help you build a solid cardiovascular health. One of them is this product we call Actic C, which is super omega-3 supplement. When you look at the benefits of omega-3, you'll just open that bottle and take yours right now, because it starts from your cholesterol, PMS. When you speak of hormones, your eye health, your brain health, your memory. When you speak of cardiovascular health, even diabetes, we have so many benefits in this bottle. And when you speak of inflammation, I talk about all the tumors and anything that could be going wrong in your body, from gut inflammation to your body organs. You can be able to calm inflammation with Actic C. So it's good for you. It's good for your babies. It's good for your elders as well, because it's very powerful for joint health as well. With it, we use Agi Plus as well. Agi Plus is an amazing product. The Nobel Prize winning research is behind why we need arginine in our diet. What's the use of it? Relaxing your blood vessels so that blood will flow smoothly to every part of your body. Why do we have cardiovascular issues? It's because our blood vessels are clogged. We eat too much of the omega-6 fats and too little of the omega-3. Omega-6 fats, they end up clogging your blood vessels, causing them to not be flexible, to not be able to relax and allow your blood to flow. If your blood cannot flow to every part of your body, you will not have good health. Your heart will start struggling to pump blood, and that is how you have high blood pressure and so many other issues that come alongside it. So you can give yourself a habit of taking 1 sachet per day of this Agi Plus, and your health, your whole system will thank you for it. I remember my mom. My mom is a doctor by profession as well, but she struggled with hypertension for a very long time. And she used to be taking medication, but still her blood pressure would go up. Ever since she added these 2, she told me in just about 2 weeks, her blood pressure went to 120/70, which had never been like that for a very long time. Now, don't wait for a disease to come for you to start to get into the habit of building your cardiovascular health. Because one quote that I love to share is, health is like money. We never have a true idea of its value until we lose it. When you don't have money, you realize how so many areas need money. How life could have been way better if you had money. Health is the same way. Now you have it, you could be ignoring it. You don't do anything when it comes to taking care of your body. When your money comes at the end of the month, your budget goes to everything else and nothing goes to your health because you have it. But when you lose it, you realize that it's the only thing you should have been looking for in this life. So my ladies, I thank you so much for your time. I know probably you have learned something that is valuable for you or someone that you know. With that, I tell you, don't let this message just be a message and knowledge that you have accumulated. Put it into action for yourself, for the people you love, for the people around you. And may God continue to bless you so much. Thank you very much and see you on the other side.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Elizabeth. You see how valuable this information is, ladies. Very powerful. And you see, this is meant for you, not for another person to just, I mean, for you to actually use for yourself, not for another person only. You understand? And that is for the people that are already part of Forever. This information is for us to make sure that we are actually using the product so that we can be able to benefit. Now, if you're here and you're a guest, can we get number one? Can you write number one if you're a guest in this meeting? This information again was for you. Who knows? Maybe you were meant to come to this meeting for you to get to hear. Probably there's something that you connected with. In fact, if you're in this meeting up until now, I'm sure you have learned something. So please put number one in there. We want to see how many guests we have in this meeting. And if you've been blessed by oh my God, we have got so many guests in this meeting. So now this information is to say, guys, we can be able to take care of our health. We can be able to invest in our health, not just by the looks outside. I mean, some of you are probably, carrying Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci's and all that. There's a new Chanel heel. Have you seen it, guys? Have you seen how nice it is? Probably already planning to go and buy it. But again, you see, as Dr. Elizabeth said, we can be, mirrored outside, but what about inside? So these products are actually there, and this information is for us to be able to go and say, I'm going to use these products. Now, one more thing that you can be able to do is you can be able to use these products as a customer to the person that invited you in this meeting. Okay, that could be an option, but that means, that what would be the benefit of you being in this meeting? Because we invited you for you to be able to not just use these products once or twice. We want you to be a forever user of these products. I took my IG Plus in the morning. I took my Actix in the morning. I took my aloe vera gel in the morning. They're products that I cannot live without. I took my collagen. You understand? And my kids are also using these products. Now, you can be able to enjoy these products by not just buying at a retail price, but you can be able to enjoy this price by becoming an executive, Forever Business user. Okay, an executive customer of the person that invited you in this meeting. I've got so many people that join the business, not for them to do forever, but for them to be able to use the products at a cheaper price, at a 30% discount. And so the one best way you can do is you can go to the person that invited you in this meeting and tell them, what, I want to become a forever member. Okay, for you to just become, full member, for you to be able to get a product at a 30% discount, but that will start with a 5% discount first. Okay. Now, I also have a lot of people that say, what, after using the products, I've been able to see how I can also be able to build a business for myself. So these products and this information is there. As I said earlier, we can be able to share so much information because we are women. Women, we are into sharing information. So you going out there and tell them, what, this is how I've been able to lose weight. Right now I'm feeling good. My skin is glowing. I've been using the collagen. I've been using, Actix. I've been using this and that, then you can be able to help other people and make an impact to the other people that are looking up to you. Now, you can, again, start a business for yourself. So all you need to do is you need to do a registration, which is free, okay, online, or there's an application form that you'll be getting. No joining fee, no monthly fee. Capital that you need is not like the capital per se, but for you to go and buy the price for you and your family. That is one. And then when you choose to say, I want to build a business for myself, now there is where, that's the next part. The healthy part is sorted. Now let's talk about business. How can we be able to achieve the goal that we want to achieve for the year 2026? If you had goals, can you write goals? Can you just write goals in the chat? If you have goals for 2026, if you're at this moment, like you're feeling like, you know what, I'm at this, TikTok moment right now. I don't know what I can do or what I should be doing, for me to be able to achieve my goals, for me to go faster towards my goal. If that's you, can you just write goals in the chat there? And kindly stay to the end, so that you can be able to get to hear from other speakers. And I'm sure one of those or two of those will be able to inspire you. So what is that we do in Forever? You have chosen to say, I'm going to be using the products. You have chosen to say, I'm going to be a forever user of the product. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm a user of Forever products, but now I want to be able to share the opportunity as well. Next that you need to do is you just need to share the products with other people. I personally do that on social media. Even today, as I said, I've just shared about the eye cream. That's it. And I'm already getting people that are asking about it. So we have been posting a lot of things about on social media. We've been talking to people, to a lot of people, in our work area or in our families, in the gathering that we get to, then just share about the benefits of the product. Now, you're looking at making a 43% retail profit. Meaning per every 100, your profit, if you choose to partner with Forever and say, I'm going to become a Forever distributor, then your profit is 43 per every 100. Now, that is 43% retail profit. Guys, having money in the bank account is good. But what if you're having the money and you're investing in your Forever business and you're making 43% on top of that? I remember when I wanted to do the business, I did not know about the business, but I was told, we're going to show you how. So maybe you're sitting there thinking like, how can I sell? That is part of the training that you're going to get. But remember, always 43% retail profit. That's how you can be able to maximize on the money that you actually have. Or if you don't have money, I did not have the money to start. So I had to go borrow money. But I'll tell you, ladies, that was the best decision that I've ever done in my life. But then if you want to make an extra, let's say, an extra 10,000 rands, 20,000 rands, you want to make an extra 1,000 US dollars, you want to make an extra maybe 2, 3, up to there, 2, 3, 4, 5, even to 5 million, Tanzanian shillings. You can actually do that by buying and selling. But then you see that might not be like every single month if you do it alone. Now, Forever says, why don't you build a team? Again, this is not an obligation. It's not like, you must build a team. This is only if you have got bigger goals. So now you're saying, extra 1 million is good, but I want 2, I want 3, I want 5, I want 10. I want to have a stable income. Because you see, with this one is until you sell. If you don't sell, there's zero money coming to you. This is like, we call it a linear income. It's like when you open up a shop or you go to work. If you lose the job, that income is not coming anymore. Forever gives you more assurance, gives you more security by saying, you know what, build a team of people that you can be able to sell together. You understand? Personally, I've been blessed to be able to build teams in about 17 countries, guys. And, it doesn't have to go that far for you to start making good money, guys. That extra 50,000 rands, it took me about 4 months to get to that level. In Tanzania, we call it a manager level. You need to have a team of about 25 people to get to a level called manager, guys. I'm going to show you just in a bit. But this is to say, you can actually be able to maximize on your monthly income very fast because you're building a Forever business. But now this will be best, or rather will be quicker if you bring people in the business, but rather coach your team. So we don't just bring you in the business. We will also give you the knowledge that you actually need. In turn, you also need to give your team the knowledge that they need. And there is where now that part of community that I spoke about earlier comes in. So we are welcoming you in our community where we can be able to show you how you can use the products and which products you can start with, but how you can also be sharing the products with other people, but how you can also be able to bring other people, because no matter how good I can be, or no matter how much I love Forever, how much Elizabeth loves Forever, how much the person invited in this meeting loves Forever, we will not be able to reach all of your community, all of the people that you know. So Forever says, bring them on board. How many women do you personally know right now that they're also looking for an extra income so that they can be able to feed their families better, so that they can also be able to take their kids to a better school? I know some women that they have to lock their kids at home so that they can jump, they can run to the office and run a report. You understand? I know some of those women, I do work with them. at this particular time. So I know these stories are true. So how many women that we know that they're also looking for this opportunity, ladies? So you're not here to get this information just for you. You're here because you are meant to become a coach of other women. You are meant to become a torchbearer for other women. So we bring each other, we recruit each other into forever. Recruiting is not a bad word. Recruiting is actually, like showing someone something that you are doing or you are happy about, or even if you're not happy about, getting people to do what you do. That is recruiting. So we recruit each other into a good life that forever offers for us. And I will tell you, it is challenging, but it is sweet. In the sense that I'm a black and white person. Being an entrepreneur is not like, a walk in a park. But there again comes the community part of it. So how do we make money? We do make money from sales. And I'm just going to give a glimpse of Dr. Elizabeth shared about the Clean9, for example. That's a weight loss program or a cleansing program, where we need to cleanse our bodies. That package alone gives you a profit of 108. If you go out and start using the products yourself and you love the products and then, put it on your social media, on your status, and someone says, I want that Clean9, that's 108. You see, your boss cannot give this to you. It's only you that can give this to yourself. We have got different packages, of course. We're not going to go into details about it. When it comes to runs, that Clean9 is giving you a profit of 783 runs. One Clean9. If you sell 10 of them, that's over 7,000 or almost 8,000 runs. I'm talking these two currencies because I think we have got the biggest audience in here. You understand? But I will tell you, ladies, this is the money or this extra income you cannot be able to get it from your job. You can only give that to yourself as a businesswoman. And 43% retail profit, ladies, you will come to understand that that's a lot of profit comparing to many other businesses. Now, who are your customers? Well, literally everybody. Everyone right now. Dr. Elizabeth has told us like 1 of 3 deaths is because of cardiovascular health, guys. How many women do we want to help? If I did not use the Forever products, so if I did not go to the session where they're talking about health in Forever, then probably I would be in trouble right now. But how many people do we know that they're looking for all this? They're having all these challenges that you just need to be able to tell them. That's it. Tell everybody. That's my job. That's your job. Just tell everybody. If they say no, that's okay. But if they say yes, I personally, not to claim, but I've got about 6 women that they were able to conceive because of using our Forever products. So you understand? So it's not about you going and beg people to use the products. No, people already know about this product. You just need to understand why they should use it. And you can only do that if you also understand. Now, how to sell? As I said, most of us use social media. 67% of people buy a service or a product because they've seen it on social media, guys. We have got product brochures, we have got product trainings, we have got, you can do the face-to-face conversation. You'll be meeting people in your job. People will be looking at you. They'll be happy. And they're rather celebrating you as well, because of how you look and how energetic you are and all those things that you're going to get. And that's all you do. You just tell them. Now, for example, when it comes to Forever, I'm not going to go into details about this, and I'm not even allowed to show you this, but I thought I should just do this. It's not a claim. Okay, well, it is, but the disclaimer is that anything and any money and any income that you'll be able to make in Forever is because of the effort that you're putting in. But now you see, this is how you're going to go up the levels. You start as an assistant supervisor and you buy that combo pack that I've showed you. The person that invited you here will show you how much it is in your country, depending with where you are. You become an assistant supervisor, going to supervisor, assistant manager. Let's say to going to manager, you can see the income here. But manager in Forever is making about 3-4 million a month. And this is from them and what they do and their teams as well. You understand? This is in Tanzania. It took me 3-4 months to become a manager. There are people that it took them 1 year, 2 years. But what matters is, guys, when you get here and when you build your business right, I am telling you, the rewards are amazing. That's in Tanzania. And when it comes to Kenya, I know we have got people from Kenya. When you become a recognized manager, your average income is 150,000 Kenyan money, 200,000 Kenyan money. I think that's good income. And I will tell you, not so many people in the corporate world can get to be able to make this money. In Zambia, recognized managers making about 35,000 Zambian kwacha. I was in Zambia the other day, and then they told me a medical doctor in Zambia is making about 18,000. So in Forever, someone as a recognized manager is looking at making twice that money. And imagine that could be 4 months, 5 months, even if it's going to take you a year to build your manager business, 2 years to build your manager business. Ladies, this is an income that you don't see very often. In USA, Canada, you're looking at extra income of 1,700 US dollars to 3,000 US dollars, guys, as a recognized manager. And I think this is good income. Can I get to see manager for anybody, from anybody that is saying, you know what, I'm becoming a manager this year. This 2026, I'm becoming a manager. Ladies, you only need to have a team of about 25 people to become a manager, people that are actually building the business with you. 25, is that a lot of people? Definitely not. Yes, say manager, because what can you do with an average of 4 million Tanzanian shillings? What can you do with an average $2,000? What can you do with an average 200,000, Kenyan money? What can you do with an average? Oh, South Africa, I don't have this slide here. How come? But South Africa, in Namibia, you're looking at making an extra, 40,000 South African rands or Namibian dollars. What can you do with that extra money? But now, not just that is manager. What about when you are heading there? What can you do with an extra 10,000 rands? Like, honestly, seriously. And how many people do you know today that they're looking for that extra income? So don't be stingy with this information. The idea here is for you to understand, but for us to help you talk to more people. The more people, and when I'm saying help you, it means you're not going to do it alone. You will have people that they will be able to help you, talk to your people. Events like this, the only thing that you need to do is someone will present for you. The only thing that you need to do is to just show them, send them the link. I can see a lot of I'm becoming a manager in this room. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome this amazing woman, young woman that just clocked manager. She has started the business, I think, about 2 years back, if I'm not mistaken. She wasn't very serious when she started, but she will tell you for just about 10 minutes, she will tell you what Forever has done for her, because the past 4 months, Grace, after becoming a manager, actually she became a manager, not the past 4 months, she became a manager in December, if I'm not mistaken. And the past 4 months, Grace has made over 20 million Tanzanian shillings. 20 million Tanzanian shillings, that's about, what is that? That's about, let me look for this. I'll translate that just in a moment. But honestly, I know her story will inspire you because she's 24 years of age. There are some of you that are older than her and they're not making that much. And Grace speaking to you is not showing off, is to say that your story is about to change. If you're on that TikTok, at age 35 and above, and you feel like, you know what, I need that extra 4 million. I need that extra 5 million. I've been working at a big corporation, but I'm not making that. People think I'm making that, but I'm not making that. If that is you, then this could be your extra. And you can be able to do it part-time to start with. Grace, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my amazing leader. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Hi, everyone, to everyone that has made it up to this time. Oh, we are still over 500 ladies. I am super delighted and super excited to have this opportunity to share my story with everyone in here from all parts of Africa. I am just excited, and congratulations to everyone that has made it up to this time. So my good names are Grace the Gracious Nyamuhuma. I'm a business builder. I have a Bachelor of Science in Procurement, Logistics, and Supply Chain Management. I'm a manager in the Forever Living Plan with a team of over 45 members. And yes, I am 24 years old. And yes, I made over 20 million Tanzanian shillings in the past 3 months. So this is my story. I made this business back in 2022, at the end of 2022. At the end of 2022, whereby I was just a young girl with dreams, goals, but one thing that was so much in my head was the fear of the future. Like, after university, where will I go? Because I've seen a lot of my relatives coming back home after studying. Oh, it didn't matter the sector they went for, be it medical school, be it pharma, anything. They all came back. Or even if they got a job, it wasn't enough for all of us, the salary that they were paid. So they opted for business. So getting into university, what I had in mind is I just have to get something else to do. I didn't know what business to do, but I had noticed I spent so much time on my phone, and I said, I will use this phone to make an extra income while I'm still in university, so that after university, I won't go back to the streets. At least I will have something stable. So this is me. This is my first text. I talked to my sister. My sister had seen me struggling with some businesses online businesses that they were not legit. So she directed me to Veronica Kundia on Instagram. She just told me, just check on her. I think she'll meet your interests. And this is me texting Veronica after 2 days of following her. She had just posted this Namibian university student who had done so much. And deep down, I was praying to God to find the right opportunity. I was looking for a right opportunity that I wanted a business that cannot take me away from my studies, but yet, even if I get a job, because that was the biggest dream, it was an achievement in our family. So I wanted, even if I get a job, I will have a business that will not want me to leave that. So this is me texting Veronica. Can I read it to you? I said, I'm just a young girl who has always wished to make lots of cash through my phone. And towards that journey, I've joined already so many online businesses. And I mentioned them. And so my sister has been following you for quite a long time. So Aliviona Zako, when she saw my efforts, she told me to check on you. And inside me, after following you for 2 days, I feel like I've met the right person. Just wanted to know more about Forever, and would you please be my mentor? And that was the start of my journey. That was in 2022. 2022 end. And this is me in January 2023. After I said yes to this amazing opportunity, Veronica started coaching me on how to sell as a university student, and I started using my free time. I never missed my classes. I was always in class. I got good grades. And this is me in 2023 in Zanzibar with my first trip, my first vacation. And mostly these trips have been in January. So and my birthday is in January. So always my birthdays have been with Forever. I'm always on vacation because of Forever. This is me with my first trip in Zanzibar. It was just amazing. And my mindset changed. I went to Zanzibar. I was from Mwanza. Mwanza is a different city in Tanzania. And I went to Dar es Salaam through road. And that was the last time I said, this would be the last time I'm getting to Dar es Salaam with a bus. I said I will use the same business to save, and I will never go to Dar es Salaam with a bus. And this is me in 2024. Still a university student and boarding my first flight. This was my first time ever since when I was born to board a plane. And I was just so excited. And I went for what was it? It was an event, just a learning event for Forever. So it was my first experience and I was so excited. The same 2024, we had another event in Nairobi, and this was my first trip outside Tanzania as a university student. I went to Nairobi for an East African conference, and my confidence just grew because in my class, around my mates, I was the first one to go to the country. So I'm in Nairobi and everyone is like, Grace, how did you get there? Is it the same business or is it anything else you're doing? So my confidence kept growing and I was enjoying the business that I said yes to just because of that. And then 2024 was just amazing. I started living a nice life that I wanted back then when I started the business. 2024, I love giving. This has always been my passion. Even my parents know it, my siblings know it. So in 2024, as a university student, I started feeding orphans. I started giving out to the community. Just a university student with the same. While other university students are struggling with the little money they get, I was able to feed myself. I was able to live the life I wanted, and yet give back to the community. This was an amazing. I count this as the greatest achievement for me. And in 2024, I was supposed to graduate in 2024, and I had a fear of being unemployed. But in the same 2024, I still got a job before I even graduated. I got a job. These givings I did in January after I came back from Nairobi. So I got this job when I was still at school, and I got this job in the industry. It was in mining and logistics company. This had been an industry that I believed, with the profession I had, it's the industry that pays well for my profession. Like the salary is nice for a degree holder. So I was so grateful. I was very grateful. My parents were happy. My family was happy because no one has ever got unemployment while they're still in university in our clan. So I was the first one, and it was kind of a celebration. Everyone says, my mom, my dad was so proud of me. But getting this job, my business was already paying me really well. So I'm doing the job. I work after. I kept on working, giving all my efforts to my business after work. I worked before work. I worked after work. I worked during lunch hours because I'm at work looking at the people that I had admired and their life. Then looking at the people that I've been working with in Forever. I had to weigh, and I was thinking like it was just the freedom. This trip in Rwanda found me when I was at the job. So the process to get the permission to go for this trip, this was my first time in Rwanda, Kigali, also in 2025. It was just a long process for me to get that permission. And I said, is this life I want? But I said, I'm still young and I'm the youngest at work. No one could understand if I would say I want to quit in that January. This was in January 2025. And this was my first time experiencing a 5-star hotel experience in 4 Points by Sheraton. It was just an amazing experience. And I said, from this day on, I don't think I will settle for less. And the fact that the same business I started, the one that gave me that experience. So in 2025, at the end of 2025, last year, December, after all that, now that I had worked for 1.5 years, I said enough to the employment, because this is one reason I had. First, my business had started paying me twice my salary, yet I had a lot of friends that wished to work at that company. They did not have a business, they did not have a job. As I said, I'm a giver, and I said I'm giving this opportunity back to my friends. Because if I have a business that pays me 3 times my salary, why should I keep on staying at this job while I know a friend that can get here and they can be grateful to God for this opportunity? So I gave up my job. It looked like a hard decision to my friends, to my colleagues at work. Like, you just came in here last year. How are you living? Why are you resigning at just 23 years? Last year, December, was just 23. So everyone was trying to advise me. But when I show them my transactions, if I show them my bonus recaps, they say, okay, it's fine. Just go and do what you want to do. This is me in 2026, January, being recognized in Burundi, East Africa. There were over 500 people in the room, and this is the Vice President of Africa for Living. And I was recognized as a manager. I had just turned 24. So this was another trip. It was a trip of celebration. It was a birthday vacation. And I was just grateful for the journey that I had started. And the amazing part started here. Everyone knows, there's this narrative. If you quit your job to go and focus on what you love, focus on your passion, or focus on your business, there's that hard period that everyone has to go through. Everyone, if you hear those motivations, because I quit my job, then the first few months I had a lot of stress building my business, getting back to track. But as for me, I had started this business back in 2023 as a university student. So these are some of the bonuses in my first month after quitting my job. This is my bonus from Dubai, and this is, I don't know if you guys can help me convert that. This is just one of it. And I made over 20 million. In December, it was almost 2 million Tanzanian shillings. And then Dubai, I had that 1,663. This is me in January also, making 4 million in Tanzanian shillings. This is just the salary that I remember some of the managers at my workplace used to make. And I don't know what to say. It just felt amazing. The first time I'm looking at this bonus recap and remembering one moment, there's this one moment that reflected to me, and my friend called me. I was sitting with my boss this one time, and he said, I attended a Forever event, and there were these young girls talking about making a lot of money. So as he was talking that, we were at work, I kept quiet. By the day I posted about this bonus recap, my friend that I had left at job said, I went to that boss and I showed him. I just told him, Grace became the girl you're talking about. That is Grace right now. So it felt amazing. I am just so grateful to God, because within the few months of quitting my job, my story is different from many people that quit their job. I managed to get the courage to quit my job. It's just a courage that you don't get anyhow. There's something backing up. There's something big that must be backing you up for you to make such a decision. It wasn't a hard decision for me, like how many people say it's hard. It's a hard decision quitting a job. So I'm grateful to God, because if I look at this, just thinking of all the investments I've made in these few months, I'm grateful to God to have a different experience at just 24 years old. I can't wait for what 2026 has for me in store. I am inviting every lady who is in here, stop doubting yourself, because you see the messages I sent to Veronica. My sister didn't know. I'm working with my sister right now, and I'm flying with her to Cape Town soon. We're all going to Cape Town with free tickets. It's just an amazing experience traveling with my sister, one who just introduced me to this business. She did not know how I even texted Veronica. She just gave me an idea, and I did not even go back to her to ask for capital. I just listened to me, I listened to my instincts, and I took action right away. And today, making 20 million in just 3 months, it's just an amazing, it's just an,
Wow.
I don't know how to explain it. I wish you a year of overflow. If you make a decision today, I was just writing a caption, and I said to every woman that attended this training, 2026 is gonna be a different year for you. If you decide to listen to your instincts, if you decide to say yes to what your heart wants, if you decide to just kick away all the challenges, kick away all the negative thoughts you get. I have friends who have just started the business, and they asked me, Grace, what got you here? And then one friend said, you know what's different from us and Grace? We all had this opportunity at the same time when we were in school, but her difference was she never gave any challenge an opportunity to put her down. Every time we brought challenges, she had a positive, and that is true. I had a positive reason to why I should do that. And that's what got me here. So to every woman who joined here, you're still here up to this time. It's not by mistake. God has something for you this 2026. There have been a lot of sessions that you've been invited and you've attended to this. Just God has something for you today. Don't ignore the feeling that you have. Don't ignore your guts and get started. Let's meet maybe next month, in the next 4 months, when most of you are just new and you will be managers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Wow. That was really, really powerful. Thank you so much, Grace. I'm trying to yeah, so 20 million is 132,000 rands. That is a 24 years old girl made, within 4 months of the business. That's incredible. And thank you so much, Grace. We appreciate you. And yeah, we wish you great, great success. I know platforms like this will make you feel, like big. And I want you to know that you are big. Your age is, you're young, but then I'll tell you, I cannot picture you in the next 5 years. But this goes to every woman here. I can see there's a lady that has just shared, because you shared here, I'm just going to say it. She is called Chantal, and she has written a very long message here in this chat. And the last thing that she said is that I'm not sure if this is the right platform to express. I am turning 39 next weekend. I have nothing to my name but my children. Chantal, let me tell you that thank you for being vulnerable, but I wish you great success. The fact that you're here, stay to the end and start the business right away. So if there's anybody that is feeling the same, if there's anybody that's feeling like, you know what, I want more for myself, and the story like Grace's has inspired you, then wait until you hear Takato, and wait until you hear CS as well. And so you are definitely in the right place. I think I'm not going to go too much into these details, but just know there's what we call Forever to Drive. There's all this forever incentive that we call that you can be able to earn on top of you retailing the products, on top of you recruiting and bringing the people in the business and building a team. But people have been able to really achieve amazing things through the business. You can see people are holding these yellow bottles here, with their own brand new cars through the business, buying homes and all that. This is myself and my husband. So I'm not going to go into details about this, but one more thing that you can be able to enjoy is the global travels. We've been able to really travel the world through the business. And this is Dr. Elizabeth, as you can see. I know there's Takato who is going to speak to us next somewhere here, that we were cruising in one of the biggest cruise ships in the world through Forever. This was the year before, last year. And actually Takato is here. So we are cruising in Europe, okay? We went to some place that we never even knew existed, Dubrovnik, just because of Forever. So all these are extra that you can be able to enjoy through the business, okay? I'm not going to go into the details about this, but imagine this being your lifestyle. This is a cruise ship, guys. Like imagine having a cruise ship as your home for the next 5 days. This is what Forever can do. I said success needs 200%, 100% of yourself, but another 100% of the vehicle that you're going to use. Not only that you're going to be making money with Forever, but you'll be able to live your best life with Forever. But of course, hard work is needed. Hard work is needed. This was us in Phuket last year in September. All these women, guys, everyone here, there's a day they said, I have nothing on my name apart from my children. Everyone said like that, Chantel. Everyone said like that. But today, this lady, she is here. I'm the sister to Esther. And you can see this is Esther Kalwenye. So she prayed for us. Yes, this is Takat that she's going to speak to us just in about a minute. And, you know, we're here in Phuket. So all these people, like them, I think they started a business. For them to be here, they was in the business for about a year or a year and a half. So these stories are not for people that have started the business too early. You understand? No, you can see Miriam as well. You can see it. Like married women, if you're here, guys, let me just say you want forever. You definitely want forever because it's going to give you the life that you need, you and your husband and your family as well. All these women have got different stories, and all this, I wish everybody could speak, but we can't. But you can see that we have got amazing women, you know, different backgrounds, different ages, and people have been in the business for, you know, some of people have been in the business for 6 months to travel, you know, 1 year to travel. But all in all, guys, all this is possible because of Forever. Now, this particular time, allow me quickly to unmute an amazing woman, Takatu Nankavara, and then we're going to have the last speaker. Takatu, over to you. Can you kindly put her as a host that she can be this, she can share the slides. Ladies, we are almost closing. Takatu, I'm going to give you another 10 minutes. Takatu is a lady that I've personally been working with for quite some time. I think not quite some time, but probably 3 years, I'll say, you know, I think. She is based in Namibia. She is a mom, she's a wife, and she is a registered nurse. And she used to be a matron in one of the big hospitals back in his town, Rundu. And she is one of the people that is very well respected in his town, you know, let me say. And they had other business prior Forever. And, you know, still it wasn't enough until they decided to say yes to Forever. And today she's one of the people that are really seriously building the business, very serious. And she's an investor. We've been traveling with her. We went with her to Europe. We went with her to Phuket. She has been to, you know, China, all these amazing places within this short period of time. So I wanted to share with you, her story, and I'm sure she can be able to inspire you. Takatu, 10 minutes. Thank you so much for staying
Good
here.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Leader Veronica. Can you see my screen?
I'm not sure if you're sharing because, no, you're not sharing because you're not a host, but you can just
Am I
keep on
not?
start. Yeah, you are a host. Yeah, please go ahead and share these slides. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I've stopped.
Okay,
right?
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue to share. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thank you so much, Leader Veronica. Thank you, everyone, and a very good evening to everyone. And congratulations for being here, for accepting invite, and also for being here up until this time. My name is Takatu Nankawara. I'm a senior registered nurse. I wouldn't say I've resigned, I've retired because I'm not gonna go back to work as a bedside nurse anymore. And I'm a senior ego manager, I'm a senior manager, I'm a Forever to Drive qualifier. In 2024, I was number 58 top achievers in SADC, and I'm a mother of 4 and a wife. Just to take you through my journey, it's gonna be a very quick one. My journey started in 2022. I joined the business while I was working as a senior registered nurse in charge of maternity section. I suffered acne. If you can see, I have a uniform on. You can see that my face has spots and my tone is uneven. I actually reacted to face mask during COVID-19, and I had no choice because I still had to put in a face mask because it was mandatory during that time. So I suffered acne and I suffered gastric. I fell in love with aloe vera gel, and I also saw my mentor or my my upliner in Dubai, which is Mariana. I omitted my debit order to join the business, and I joined under my subordinated work and became the supervisor in 2 months and manager in 6 months. And then I resigned or retired from nursing 6 months. I mean, a month after becoming a manager, and that happened very fast. It was in 6 months. So I'm here to tell you that 6 months of hard work, consistency, and discipline can actually really change your life. It has changed my life. I became a manager within 5 months. Within 6 months, I already saw where my life was directed, and I took a bold decision to say I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm gonna do my business, and I'm not gonna work for anyone. So I love using these products. Since from the beginning, I'm a fan of these products. And I joined, the number 2 reason why I joined is because I saw my mentor in Dubai. That was Mariana. And then that was the products and the trip to Dubai. That is what took me off. And 5 months in the business, I also got a ticket. I qualified alongside other leaders, and we went to Dubai. We were given these 3 return tickets by our leader, Veronica Kunja. This is us, a team of leaders. Most of us were from, and we had Mary Manjolo, who's based in Windhoek. So we traveled from Rundu to Johannesburg. We boarded a plane to Egypt. We stayed a full day in Egypt. This is me and my husband. My husband also decided he is tagging along. He bought his own ticket. We went together. We are in Egypt. And we also spent a day in Egypt at the pyramids of Giza. It was a very amazing. I don't even know how to explain it, but this was an eye opener. And this is when I put my foot down and decided I'm never gonna sleep on forever. So 8 months in the business, I already started doing my presentations at an early stage. Just when I joined the business, I already started doing my presentation, and I took an international trip to go to Luanda with my downline and my husband in 2023, while I was still 8 months in the business, to go and do a full presentation in Angola. We went to the product center, we did a presentation in Angola. This is us with managers in our team. Last year, April, we did not get approval for our visas to go to Paris, the Schengen visas, and the German embassy was acting up. So we just decided to go to a destination that was not, had any visa issues. So we whole week, we had an amazing time with managers. We were with Katrina, Esther, and then the Pavalis, and me and my husband in Cape Town. We had a great time just for us to reward ourselves for the hard work. And this is us arriving in Cape Town at the airport with managers. And this is one of the trips that really opened my eyes. In 2024, Forever Living decided they are taking the qualifiers for Eagle Manager to rock the boat in Italy, Trieste, and Croatia. And they also gave additional room for extra people. So my mentor in the team gave us a team incentive to run for it. I am one of the people, my husband and I qualified for this incentive. So we went to rock the boat in 2020 in Italy. We boarded in Italy, went to through Trieste, and went to Croatia. We got an opportunity to rub shoulders with the CEO. Can you see? We are standing next to Mr. Greg, and here I'm standing in the boat, one of the biggest Caribbean cruise ships, and it has 14 decks, and you know it's an unbelievable creature which is so unimaginable if you have never been there. So this is us, moments in Croatia, Trieste, and Italy. We were taken this picture in front of their the first coffee shop in that town. It was actually taken by JB, our vice president for Forever Living Africa. He's the one that took us this picture, me and my husband. And we also got an opportunity to take a picture with the CEO of the company, Mr. Aiden O'Hare. And this is where I declare that I'm never going to miss out on Eagle. And we declare that once an Eagle, always an Eagle. And so far, it is going that way. This is our team, our Forever family. We are here, and Mr. Lema here, Baba Raphael, Lida Veronica, Mariana, Miriama. We were here having a great time after the training, having breakfast. Imagine from the noisy and the toxic ward environments of hospital to having a breakfast in the, with a ocean view with my mentor. And this is a mentor that I was supervising at work. When she was offering me this opportunity, I was looking down on this opportunity because I was very busy. My level of interaction was also different from hers because I was in the management. So it was not easy for me to look at what she was doing. But thank God, I managed to look at this business opportunity, and now it's vice versa. I'm being mentored by somebody that I was mentoring initially at work. So Eagle Manager 2025, I did not qualify alone. It was so exciting. The fact that I did not qualify alone in our team, made it so exciting, and it made it so, beautiful. We qualified together with my amazing and my first manager in the business, Katrina Kalwenya, and she's also my cousin. She joined the business actually when she saw me in Dubai. That is what struck her. During our trip by, she texted me. I was in Egypt transiting to Johannesburg. She asked, Kaz, I'm seeing you somewhere. You are out of the country. I told her, yes, forever. Now, I'm on my way. She said, when you get here, please call me. I called her and she joined the business. And guess what? Last year, 2025, we had our first international travel. We have been traveling to South Africa, but out of Africa was our first international trip with her. And it was so amazing and unforgettable moments. And we did not only go to Phuket. During the Eagle Manager Retreat, we decided why not Forever allows. So we are flying to South Africa. From South Africa, we are going to to go to China for 4 days. After China, we came to Thailand for the retreat. And after the retreat, we also came to spend the day in Dubai. And also, and still another 2 days in Johannesburg before we got back to Namibia, because Forever allows. So we decided to explore a little bit. So that is us, my husband and I, on the wings of Mexico in Dubai. And that is us. We had the privilege to meet one of the diamond managers, the top leaders on a global level. She's based in Dubai. We met her, we had a chat, she gave us some tips. And that is me and my mentor, my former subordinate, now my mentor, the most amazing mentor, on the glass walk in Dubai. Can you imagine? From the streets of Sauyema to the glass walk in Dubai. Forever is transformational. Forever can change your life beyond your imagination. If you can allow Forever to do it for you, if you can come in and say, I submit, teach me, I'm ready to go anywhere. Teach me, I want to learn. Forever can change your life beyond your imagination. This is me and Esther Kalwenya and Katrina Kalwenya. Esther Kalwenya came with her sister, Katrina Kalwenya. They are both my cousins. We were headed to the beach party in colorful attires. It's so amazing. And, those people, people that have seen us before, especially where we come from, they will be like, no, these girls are actually not ugly. They were just broke. Actually, sometimes you might think a person is ugly, but it's just, poverty. Look at us. We are actually not bad at all. And that is Forever for you. This is just one of an achievement. The Forever to Drive level 1. I achieved this Forever to Drive. Of course, it's a team effort. We achieved it with my team. I did not do it alone, and that is one thing I always be grateful for. And I did not use this money for to buy a car because I had already bought a car. So this money went into my property, into our property portfolio, because now we are going big on building our property portfolio. This is my cousin Esther Kalwenya that has joined under her sister Katrina Kalwenya. She is a retired CEO, one of the youngest CEOs in Namibia. She used to work for an investment holding company, and then she came in this business to support her sister, not knowing that this one day would turn out to be her full-time business. And of course, a few months in the business, she resigned as a CEO, and she does this business on a full-time basis. And she have qualified for Forever to Drive level 1, and she have also qualified for Chairman's Bonus level 1. And I was able to upgrade when I was a nurse. Obviously, it's very difficult as a nurse working for the government to drive a luxury and comfort car. So I managed to upgrade to a BMW. Of course, you can see the keys on a Forever to Drive holder. This is the Polo I used to drive when I was a matron sister in charge, and I managed to upgrade to a BMW. And you say I say that I've not been using my Forever to Drive money to buy a car. We have been using it to upgrade our portfolio, our property portfolio. This is one of the properties that we have just upgraded. We have turned it into a guest house. It's situated in Rundu, Rainbow Village. In case you are traveling and you're looking for accommodation here to Rundu, here is your home away from home, Rainbow Guest House, Rundu. So and we still keep on building, from nursing to building solid. This is one of the latest projects that we are busy with right now. We are still building, and Forever is making it possible. Forever is making it easy. And we pray to God. We pray to God, like my mother says always, that you pray to God to keep you alive. And she says that in Rukwangali, especially when it's about to rain and she's excited about farming, she always say, you pray to God to keep you alive, because you can see possibilities and you can see what you are able to achieve. And we are in a culture, especially in Namibia, I don't know about other countries, where you are really vulnerable to being in debts. When you start working, you buy a house, you buy a house through the bank, you buy a car through the bank, furnitures, clothing accounts. And in most cases, it really puts you under a tight financial situation. I have been once in a tight financial situation, but you're thinking, because that is how everyone else live. But it's only now that I'm realizing that now things are different. I'm lighter because I've managed to pay off accounts. I've managed to accumulate things on cash basis, because the money is available. And not not long in the business before I was upgraded to be premium banker. There are different types of premium banking, but this one is private wealth. There's a black card which is called private client. This one is a private wealth client. So meaning I am a private wealth banker. So for you to be a private wealth banker, you should be bringing in more than 3 million Namibian dollars in your account in a year. So there should be 3 million or more passing or being deposited in your account in a year. That is how you can be upgraded to be a premium or private wealth banker. You don't need to go to the bank unless if it's a signature. They can bring an account, you open it in your house. Whatever you want to do, you have somebody that is doing it. You have somebody from the bank that keeps on checking on you. You want anything to be done, you go to the branch, you get coffee, you go in an office, you go to the ATM, the ATMs are full, you just show your card to the security guard, they take you in front so you don't queue up. And we have traveled with this. I used to, at first when they presented this to me, when they told me this, I thought it was a joke until we traveled. In 2020, when we went to we were checked in an exclusive launch where me and my husband, we were the only Black people, and one man from Korea was one curious to know what what business we do, until he came to ask us, where are you guys from? What business do you do? We told him we do Forever Living. We are from Namibia, and he was curious. So because it gets you in exclusive launch where nobody, you don't go there if you are not a premium banker. So that is so far what Forever has done for us. So the next Eagle Manager Retreat, remember, once an eagle, always and a step away, forcing my Eagle Manager 2026, and that will be my husband and I are on another honeymoon. We are going to be in Sun City, and we are not coming alone. We are coming with Esther Kalonya. We are coming with Katrina Kalonya, and we are coming with two more. I mean, more Eagle Manager is still loading. So before a lot of people have shared their testimonies. They've shared what they have achieved in Forever Living. So I always want to take a break and check the reality. So we come to the reality check, the 15 work ethic principles checklist. In Forever is not easy, because if it was, everyone would be successful in Forever Living. But the good news is Forever Living is doable and anyone can do it. So you just need to check your 15 principles, which is responsibility, discipline. Are you responsible for your business? Are you disciplined? How do you manage your time? Are you honest? Teamwork. Are able to play as a team member? Adaptability. Are you able to adapt to change? Continuous learning. How willing are you to learn? Initiative. You need to bring new initiative to your business every time. Accountability, adaptability, integrity, focus. These 15 work ethic principles, if you check them down, study them and check them down, it's going to help you tick off your goals and also achieve what other leaders are able to achieve in this business. And this business, I almost forgot, we are based, normally I am from Rundu, my husband is from Rundu. We have been based in Rundu for a very long time. So last year, somewhere late last year, we decided we need a fresh environment. We need an environment which is quiet and peaceful, because Rundu is home and a lot of things are happening. So we decided in January, that was last year in November, we decided January we are relocating, and we are relocating. We actually took, we voted. I love Windhoek. I'm a city girl. I love Windhoek, and we voted. So my family voted against me. My husband and all the 4 children voted Swakopmund. So majority wins, the majority won, so we moved to Swakopmund, but I love it. And when we moved, we only moved with our clothes, just a few clothes. Children, take what you need, only what you are wearing now. Leave everything behind. Everything we left, we came, checked into a full home. That is where we live, and our children managed to go, are going to one of the best private schools in Swakopmund. The first one is at university. The first 3 are in one of the best private schools. And mind you, what we are paying now as school fees for our children is for I said yes to this business. Can you see how Forever Living can turn your life 360 degrees just in a blink of an eye? is forever for you, but there is a disclaimer. There are product disclaimer, there's income disclaimer. Income are not guaranteed. Success depends on individual effort and dedication, and the results may vary. Ladies and gentlemen, it was nice having you as an audience, and thank you so much for listening. Over to you, Leader Veronica.
Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate and we are inspired by your story, Takatu. If you're here again, if you're a guest, can you put number 1? And you see, some people will leave the meetings just before closing, and I don't know why, but of course I know we have exceeded. No, we are now on 1 hour and 50 minutes. You can't believe that. We started about 7:10. Now it's 21:03. So it's only about 1 hour and 50 minutes that we have gone into this, and so far amazing. We have talked about health. We have heard a story from a testimony from Grace. Now from Takatu, you could see. I mean, she has shared it all. She has upgraded her car. She has traveled the world. She's now investing. They're building. Her kids are going to best school. She has been able to move to a private wealth accounts in her bank. So all these things, guys, is to say that everyone that you have heard, and I'm not going to share any more stories because we're going to have one last person to close with an amazing story as well. But this is to say that you can also do it. There's so many other incentives like the chairman's bonus, the big ones. We live in South Africa. We moved here, as Takatu said. We've also been able to buy a house, in South Africa, and we bought it cash because of forever. Imagine you're a foreigner and you're living in a new country and you're saying, you know what, let's just go and swipe a house. You understand? So forever is really powerful, it's really powerful. Now I'm going to welcome this amazing lady, the last one to speak, to tell you and to give a proof that anyone can join forever and anyone can be able to achieve what they want to achieve. You have heard all these stories, and this is one more story. Anyone, guys. This lady is coming from a background of a waitress. Does it sound too good to be true? Definitely. She's going to tell you she thought the same, but she thought, what, I want more for myself. That is the same to Takatu. She said, I want more for myself. Grace said, I want more for myself. Elizabeth, myself, and the person that invited you here said, I want more for myself. So if you want more for yourself, and I want to again see any number 1 in the chat, write number 1 in the chat if you're a guest and you're in this meeting. We have got quite a number of people that have joined on YouTube, and I'm excited for what is coming for each and everybody. So at this particular time, allow me to welcome on stage, on our virtual stage, our amazing coach Sie, Zimbabwean based in South Africa, and she will inspire. She will blow your mind with her story and what she has been able to achieve with forever. And we'll be closing the meeting now. Sie, over to you.
Wow, Vero. Thank you so very much for the opportunity. Can you see my slides before I can greet on everybody?
No, it's
You
not
can't.
shared yet.
From my side, it's shared, my darling.
Okay, let me stop share. Okay, yeah, we can see. Yes, sorry. It's still on
All
my
right.
screen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Veronica, for the opportunity. I am really so humbled. Glory to God. And I don't know why I deserve this opportunity. Really, I give glory to God, and thank you so much. For one thing for sure that I know about Veronica is she means business, guys. One thing I can advise you in life is always check out your connections. Who is next to you? Is that person impacting you? Are you improving to become a better person? What do you learn from this person? And one thing I can tell you again and again is when I am with Veronica, I become better and better. So for that, thank you so much, Veronica. And I want to appreciate the speakers that have come before me. I'm humbled to be amongst the great speakers, all of them that spoke so amazingly. Dr. Elizabeth and Inos, our leaders in the business, and I want to appreciate the 2 speakers that are newly in the business and they are flying high. Thank you so much for paving the way for me. And wow, greetings to everybody. My name is Coach C. I'm a very excited Forever Living business owner. I am doing this business with my husband, so you are going to be seeing a lot of him as I share my story. And I am a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a former waitress, guys. Vera did share a slide, or she's yet to share a slide that shows that Forever Living is for everybody. So I'm coming from a waitering background. My husband used to work as a security guard. And today at Forever Living, we are Diamond Sapphire managers in the business. We're senior managers in the business. We are members of the PEC 20. Guys, we are in the President Advisory Board. This is huge, guys. From where we are coming from, like humble beginnings, from nothing. And we get to sit with the president of Forever Living, and we get to advise him. Who can do that? Only God can elevate you. Trust me, we are level up times 2 qualifiers, and we global rally qualifiers. And this is the moment it keeps on going, it keeps humbling me, because wow, God has done it for us. We Chairman's Bonus qualifiers, we are forever to drive level 3 qualifiers, or did repeat on Chairman's Bonus. And in the SADC region, we are number 13 FBO top case credit achievers. And I want to say big up to the team that God has aligned us with, and because this number 13 is not achievable alone. As you have heard most of the speakers, they did talk about having a community of people that come and believe in them, and they get to win together. So yeah, this is all about me, guys. I'm not coming from any fancy background. So in any case, I'm preparing you right now. If I get to break my English, please just put it all together, because my background is not so fancy. So just ease it and understand where I'm coming from. So this is us before Forever Living, guys. So I didn't bring Forever Living into the household. When Forever Living came to our household, we were staying in Hebrew. For those that know Johannesburg, you will know the place that I am talking about, and you wouldn't want to be in that space. But trust me, we had to survive. As long as we had a roof, we hadn't given up on our life. So let me just, I want to put, sorry about that. I just want to put my video off, yeah, so that I can have it right. So my life before Forever Living, don't let any situations make you lose hope in life. Always know that situations are temporary. That was us before Forever Living. I did mention that I didn't bring Forever in the house. My husband received the Forever Living business opportunity, came home one day very excited, and he told me that there is an amazing business opportunity that he thinks I can do better. And was studying with UNISA. I hadn't given up on my life. I had a job, I had a child, I had him as a husband as well. That was a lot. I thought I didn't have enough time to build this business. I thought this business was not for me. And trust me, now I am really humbled by so many professionals that get to see this business. We had Dr. Elizabeth here. We had the 2 speakers are both professionals, and they're doing business. I really don't know what was I saying when I thought this business was for me. Now I want to have a look at the next picture. Look at us now that we're in Forever Living. Look at how Forever Living has elevated us. Look at how Forever Living has changed things. I could even now start putting on makeup. I didn't even know what is makeup. I didn't even associate myself with, and life was just so challenging. We just needed to survive. So I want to encourage someone today here that your situation today does not determine your tomorrow. And there is absolutely nothing that God cannot provide. Just stay believing and looking for opportunities. And here you are today on this platform. Forever Living opportunity has just been presented to you. Are you going to have the third eye to see this amazing business opportunity, or you are still going to be doubting, as many do not see it? So thank you so much to the lady that started with prayer. This business, I always say, it's godly. If you really do not connect with God, surely you will not see this business opportunity. So when we started Forever, like I did mention, I was so much, I had a lot on my plate. I thought I could really not do this business, but I had to make a decision to do this business. So everything starts with making a decision. What do you want? I saw my life improving in the corporate world because I hadn't given up on my life. I was studying with UNISA. 3 months down the line, I went to work for an IT company. I was just doing admin there. I did Forever Living for 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to challenge somebody that is here who thinks that this is not doable when you are part-time. A lot of us start when we are part-time and we go full-time when businesses get better. And I want to encourage you that Forever Living is a huge, huge business. You just have to make that decision. We had to make the decision because as we continued building our Forever Living business, we could see that we have joined the right business opportunity. Many businesses came. So this is to just advise you, if you're a Forever Living member, I need you to settle down, be comfortable in this company. Don't look aside because there is no any other business like Forever Living. Vero did mention on that one. Forever Living is the best business opportunity on earth. I've seen so many in my 14 years of being in the business that came and went, So you need to be so grounded and focused and understand that your success will definitely come no matter what, as long as you're putting in the work. But what helped me to find myself getting so much interested into building this business was attending events. Each and every time I attended events, I could listen and hear different success testimonials that gave me the oomph to go out and build my own success story. I want you to picture a business where there is 1 or only 5 people that are winning in it. Will you have hope in that business? But at Forever Living, each and every corner, there is somebody that is getting successful. The speakers before me, all of them, including our host, Veronica, they are all successful through Forever. So as I'm going to be sharing also my success story, I need you to understand that your success is lying somewhere there. But you need to keep on being in the game, keep on doing what has to be done, which is what we did. So motivation kept us going as well, and we committed. So making that decision is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody will make the decision for you to start this business. Even if you have started the business, you have to make the decision to build the business. So when we talk about making the decision to build the business, we are not saying it's going to be easy. So I want to prepare you that this is a business that is not easy, but it's super amazing. Because once you have built this business, you know that you have built a fortune, you have built a legacy. Just listen and to your leaders and continue with the work. I want you to listen to this, a little bit of it, and then I'll cut off on it as I take you through my presentation.
12:25 speaks about restoration of time. God says, I will restore the years that the locust has eaten. Remember, most of us have been struggling for so many years, for 10 years, 20 years. We've been in a season of stagnancy. Nothing has been happening in our lives for the most of our time. And when God says, I'm going to restore the years, which is very important, restoring the years is more important than restoring the things. When He restores the years, He is going to fast track time for us. It means what was supposed to take you 10 years can take you 1 year. That is God restoring the years. That is God saying, you don't have enough time to go through the 10-year process. I just have to fast forward your things. That's how God restores time. In Acts chapter 3, 12-25.
So yeah, I want to invite you here. I want you to promise you that with the Forever Living business, you have found the right business opportunity. God is going to restore all that you have lost. Possibly you are in a situation where we were with my husband before Forever Living, and you thought time is passing by. Vero did mention on, if you are 35 and above, you will think that life is done. It's enough. It's all done. There is no more time for you. Oh, there is there's no hope for you. I want to say there's hope for you. And here is hope that has come to your attention today, which is the Forever Living Business opportunity. Why am I playing this one? Because I've seen in my own team people that have come in after me, way after me, and God has restored them. In a short space of time, they have achieved a lot of things that took us a while to achieve. So it doesn't matter when you're going to be taking this Forever Living Business opportunity, but God's timing is the best, and today is the time you're going to be taking forever. If you are a Forever Living member, today is the time you are going to be deciding to do this Forever Living, because there's a difference between you being a Forever Living member and not being active and not doing what the company expects you to do, and using just the name to say, I'm a Forever Living business owner. For sure, you're not going to see success. But the moment you start to sit down with your mentor and are questioning them on how you can find your success and you work on it, that is going to be the day you are making the decision to do your forever, and forever will start working for you. So I just want to quickly showcase our success as I continue sharing our story. But I want to run a disclaimer as we are going to be sharing achievements. Is very important that we don't portray our business as an easy business out there, but it is a doable business, as a business that anyone can come in and win, but people that come in and focus, they do win. So results in Forever Living business vary from person to person and depends on individual efforts. Like I did say, people's stories kept us going, but we had to understand that we needed to put in work. Whatever that we wanted to achieve was not going to just come without us folding our hands. For that reason, we personally, myself, like Vero did mention, I am from Zimbabwe. So when I came to South Africa, really, I never wanted to come to South Africa. My mother was taking me to very beautiful boarding schools, and I could see my life getting better in corporate. And she passed on. I had to find myself quickly in South Africa before things got messed up. But trust me, at school, this is how I was dreaming. I was dreaming of myself, one of being the big bosses in the offices. This is how I will dream. I'll dream that you are going to pass 5 offices before you can even reach to my office. This is where Forever Living has taken us today. We Diamond Sapphire managers, we're leading a huge community of people that are winning. And for sure, you are going to be passing all those offices to find me. That means that our dream, we did not drop or let it die. Forever Living came and became the right vehicle. So in Forever Living, when we started the business, our first 6 months of being in the business, we were working, we were focused on Forever Living. We stopped everything that we needed to do in our household. So I want to talk to the people that are already in Forever, that whatever that you are chasing, chase it and never look back. But if you're going to chase it and you still feel like you are doing it for your mentor, you don't take this business personally as it's yours, you're not gonna actually reach where you want to go. We will run evening presentation. Back then, before COVID, it was a little bit safer to travel at night. At an age of being a supervisor, that was our 3rd month of being in the business, we started to present to people, not knowing what to say, but we had to stand and talk to people. And you know what? If you're confident and you know who you are and what God has given you, He's going to meet you. I don't know what I was saying at those presentations, but people came in, people signed in, people were excited. The team was growing, and we found ourselves growing as well. So we started finding ourselves earning the incomes that we never used to earn. You know, my husband used to work as a security guard. As a security guard, he was taking only 3,400 at home. Imagine our first time. That was when we reached supervisor. We earned, if not mistaken, I think that was 13,000, but back then we earned 13,000. First time seeing such amounts in our account.
Sia, can we wrap it up in about 10 minutes?
Yes, I'll definitely do so. My presentation is very short. So we got excited by the incomes that Forever Living kept on giving us, because as the businesses grow, the income also grow. As we build more people, the income also grew. We purchased properties. We purchased cars of our dreams. These are the cars that we purchased through Forever Living. And I want to say, the moment we're sitting with the C200 and the Jeto, which are fully paid by Forever Living, we don't owe anyone, as my husband was hijacked with the GLE, and we own these properties that we purchased through Forever. On your left, this is our first property that we moved in Omonde that costed us closer to 900,000. I cannot tell you that we moved in after 3 years of joining Forever, and we purchased it cash, and we find ourselves purchasing more properties and also improving where we come from. This is at my mother's-in-law, and I want to share with you that when she passed on, that was in December, she was the happiest person ever. We had even given her the lifestyle that she had never thought she would get. So we built our dream home through Forever Living. Let me just quickly play this, and so that time does not leave me. So I'm here, I'm showcasing the power of Forever Living and where Forever Living can take you and put you. We built our dream home in a golf estate and a cash built glass house. Like Vero did mention, I'm actually presenting in a glass house, slab roof, pool, jacuzzi, bomber, patio, 2 lounges, skylight. You can be inside and be outside while you're in a house, cinema, office, times 6 bedroom, all in-suited. Most of my team members that are fairly, my little ones in the business, they had an opportunity to come and have an inspiration. So I'm presenting of something that they actually understand, that our leader here is actually talking of something that we have seen even at my mother-in-law funeral. My managers in the business, they also came and they were very excited to witness that whatever that we are showcasing is exactly what we have achieved with Forever. And I want to say we also added what is called home automation, meaning this is a property that can talk. It's a smart house. Let me just put it like that. But let me run for the sake of time. But this all was possible because of Forever. And I want to say the business works and the business is amazing. We're taking our kids to the best private school in Johannesburg, and we're comfortably doing that because Forever Living is all allowing. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to refresh you. You are talking to somebody that has a waitress and a security guard. So I want to measure yourself. I want you to measure yourself right now. You could be sitting at a job that has got a higher position. Even when you resign, you're going to come out maybe with something. We came up with absolutely nothing, and we have managed to build this legacy for our children. And we've also traveled the world. I'm just going to run it quickly because of time. The speakers have spoken about the traveling, but we are building and creating memories as a family, as a couple. And this one excites me, the Abu Dhabi trip. We mentored our team in the UK. These people, we talk to them over the phone, over Zoom, and they get to qualify, and we meet in Abu Dhabi. Imagine the feeling that you will get as a mentor. We've been to all these places that you see there. I'm just going to run them because anyway, this has been touched by the previous speakers. We've been to the field. This is the level up. My best is the Zanzibar trip where we took our kids for the first time. We found them in a flight. Check the smiles. This is any woman's dream, to see their children enjoying lifestyle like this. Even our helper had an opportunity to fly with us to Zanzibar, and we also took them to Paris as well when he had an opportunity to qualify. So now, okay, I want to share with you, when people say we are lucky, this is what we give them. We tell them that no, we are not lucky. Personally, I'm going to be talking about myself. I found the right opportunity and I worked on believing in it. If you're a forever living business owner, believe in this business opportunity. I started with fear. Like many, we start with fear and no understanding, and I grew to understand the business. You need to attend the events. You need to attend the trainings. You need to attend the presentations. Listen to different speakers. You're definitely going to grow your understanding of the business that you have joined. I showed up when no one was watching, which is one of the hardest things to do, when no one is watching, when no one is clapping for you, when you are not seeing results, when you keep on going and you keep on believing you, and you end up winning. I became consistent even when there were no results. This is very important. Do not expect to see results immediately. Our journeys are different. Some people can come in and quickly move into the levels that they want, but there is a speaker that says it took her 2 years to be in the business, but look at the results that she is pruning right now. I stayed up late when others slept. I lost people who could not go with me. Those friends, those workmates, not everybody saw this opportunity. Actually, 1% of the people that were closer to me joined into this business. The rest did not join the business. Was it easy? No. I cried at the corner. I didn't understand why did they not believe in this opportunity that I had seen. But trust me, it is not for everyone. And right now, I need you to refuse that, as it is not for everyone, but it is going to be for you. Refuse not to be the one not seeing it. Stop entertaining events or occasions that did not pay my bills. So you need to grow to a level of understanding that whatever that you're doing, it should be growing you spiritually, or it should be growing you financially. If it's not worth it to put in your time. Respect your time very much. Yes, I did think of quitting, but I did not. Like the other speaker did also mention that as you attend the events, you see the bigger picture of the forever community itself will keep you in forever business, because we love each other. We look beautiful, we dress up, we look beautiful. We've got reasons to keep on pushing even the next day, even if things are not going, but we continue having the reasons to keep on pushing until we win. This is one of my last slides, habit that I applied in my journey to success. I became a woman of virtue. First of all, I am a strong believer of myself. I know who I am. I am God-fearing. I don't get swayed so easily. Like I did mention that if you are in this business, you need to be so focused. Don't just get swayed so easily. May you not allow anybody that comes with any negativity telling you otherwise about this amazing business opportunity. May you not allow any other opportunities to distract you from actually building your forever business, thinking that it is better on the other world. It is better here at Forever Living. I am strong and I'm very resilient. I don't do wrong things intentionally. Yes, I know that I am not perfect, but I strive to always do the right things. I worked on my heart as well. So in this business, your heart, you need to improve your heart to be pure, to be closer to God, because you are going to be dealing with people. You need to find yourself at a level whereby it excites you to see the next person achieving, even if it's not you. Once your heart is closer to that, then you should know that it is attracting your own success. I love people. Personally, I love people. I don't judge people. I have a heart to see people winning, and I create relationships so easily that I keep and be comfortable with. And I also put sacrifices as well. In this business, you also need to put sacrifices. Actually, in every business, you will need to put in sacrifices. One of the biggest sacrifices that I did put was when we started the business, I had to take my little one back to Zimbabwe because I understood that I needed to build this business. I needed time. I had no time for excuses, because excuses were not going to change the situations. That child that I was going to use as an excuse, I used the child as a reason why I wanted to build this business. And then with the sacrifices as well, you will have to sacrifice your time, your family time. There's no time for sitting with the little ones. I've got a little one who's 4 years. She does really understand every time when she sees me going to grind that I am actually putting in all this for them. So it's very important. You are also going to put it in, sacrifice your financials. You are going to move from one country to another. I built a team in Zambia when I was also still young in the business. Using my own financials, I paid for flight ticket, flew to Zambia. I've been flying to Namibia. I've been flying to Swaziland. I've been driving to Botswana. I've been all over South Africa building this business. Yes, you are going to use your finances, but those finances are going to come doubled. I became disciplined as well, disciplined in my time as well, disciplined on the targets, on the things that I wanted to achieve. You do not put a target and drop it just like that. You fight. In South Africa, we say, have that spirit of, I will not let this go until I get it right, and become unstoppable. Put in the work. Even if it's raining, I always say there is no time for excuses. When my team members tell me that it's raining, I always tell them that you still even need food when it's raining. So why would you use the rain as an excuse? Why would you use anything as an excuse? You can use that as a reason why you should be this forever living business. So now, in closing, I got to understand my video on as I end. I got to understand that my purpose is not what I do, but it's what happens to the people when I do what I do. So just go out there and do your best. Ladies and gentlemen, God is going to allow you with the best business partners. We all don't know who will partner with us, but I can assure you that God has got everything in plan. And I want to say, I want to appreciate the people that God has aligned us with. These are the people that when we look back today, they are happy, they are winning, they are also smashing their goals as well, which is the FEB community. So I want to say thank you so very much. And over to you, Veronica. Thank you for having me on this Zoom call. And I do believe somebody's life has been touched and inspired by the story that we have shared, and others as well. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Wow, that was powerful, guys. That is exactly 21:34. So we 2.5 hours there. And of course, I think that was expected because we had quite a number of speakers, and every speaker has really, really impacted us. Thank you so much, Kosia. That was really, really beautiful. Like that glass house, it is so beautiful, guys. I believe what you have shared tonight from every speaker has spoken to you in a way, maybe it's Dr. Elizabeth, maybe it's Grace, maybe it's Takatu, maybe it's myself, maybe it's Sie. Everybody has really given you what they're meant. And remember, we started with a prayer from Esther, and that was really powerful. So, ladies, we have come to the end of this meeting. And as I say, this presentation or this event just meant to help you know that forever is real for you, forever is for you, and forever can be that vehicle that you can be able to use to get that other 100% to get yourself there. And you see, these stories have been chosen very, very carefully. You understand? From a new story from Grace, from then come to Takatu, then come Coach C that has been in the business longer. You understand? And then we added now the health part so that everybody can feel included. Everybody can feel like, I can do this. So now at this point, you must be asking yourself, like, can I do it? Where can I get the money to start? Where can I get the time and all that? I know you might be having worries and doubts, but I'm gonna finish this meeting by saying, fear is either forget everything and run, but I'm sure you've not wasted 2.5 hours here. I'm sure these 2.5 hours have been invested. And so you have chosen to say, face everything and I'm rising. And I could see people, coming in saying, manager, I'm forever proud. Say, all this that I've been asking you to do, or to say, and I know that you're committed. I've been asking if we have got guests, you have been saying yes in there. So I know up until now, you are choosing to say, I'm going to do the forever business. If you're already part of the business, this meeting is also meant to say you can go solid and you can go hard, and it is safe to go hard on your forever business. And so we're in March, closing this month of March. The idea is to help you close this month with either new decision of saying, I'm going to start in something new, which is forever, or I'm going to go hard in closing my month of March in an amazing way. And so the same God that got you here as a forever business, or in the meeting for you to become a forever business, will give you the client that you need. And so at this particular time, I just want to first say the guest, welcome to our business community. Welcome to our forever family. Go back to the person that invited you in this meeting and tell them, I am ready to start this business. Can I again see number 2 from people that are guests up until now? That I've stayed to the end up until now. Can you write number 2? Can we see you? And we are praying that we're going to give you, we are praying that is going to give you the strength for you to say, I'm going to do it. But don't go to the people that have not been in this meeting. I can see a lot of 2s coming in, a lot of 2 in the chat. So I know, don't go to the person that is not in this meeting. Don't go ask advice from people that are not in this meeting. Go back to the person that invited you in this meeting and tell them, I am ready to start the business, and start today. Ladies, you can start today, and by end of the month, you're already a supervisor. If you have invited someone and is in the chat right now, go and tell them and give them a plan they can be able to start a business now and become a supervisor by end of the month. It is possible. And I can tell you, if you're a guest in the next 2 months, in the next 4 months to 6 months, you can become a manager and be able to clock that 40,000 rands, unlock, or 4 million Tanzania shillings, or 35,000 Zambian kwacha, or 20,000 Kenyan money, or $2,000 as a manager in forever, but all in all, let's all go out and let's all go in and use the products, because we as women need this products. I can see people saying, I'm ready to join. This has been amazing and all that. Thank you so much. And this is just God that has been speaking to us through the speaker that have been here. And so again, fear, face everything and rise. And I hope in the next 4 months, you'll come back and say, thank God, I was invited in a women's event in March, and today I've been able to do 1, 2, 3. Today I've been able to achieve my goal. I've been able to, get an extra whatever income according to how you're going to believe in yourself. And I've been able to do, I don't know what your goal is, but set your short-term goals and long-term goals, and I can assure you forever is that other vehicle to get you to the other 200% for you to get your success. Thank you all very much. I appreciate everybody. Special thanks to our speaker that had to, have probably sleepless nights, or, have to, prepare for this meeting. We really appreciate you. Dr. Elizabeth, Grace Nyamuhuma, Takatu Nankavara, and Coach C and myself. We love you and we appreciate you, and we are looking forward to working with you. Again, go back to the person I invited you in this meeting. So many stories have not been shared today, but everybody that is part of Forever is having their own story to share. And so, yeah, we are ready to coach you. We are ready to coach you. We're ready to work with you. Yeah. Thank you all very much. And I wish you all great success for the year 2026.